at one point this week, I was sharing with Ned that God showed me, and he talked to me about what a good, how you have people, and I I just can't get away from it, just have to stay right here, how you have pastors, you've heard a pastor being introduced as the shepherd, of this house, or the shepherd of this flock, okay, or the under shepherd, whatever. But anyway, this week earlier, God ministered to me, about, what a good shepherd looks like,
Right.
And
come on and tell it.
Huh?
I said, come on and tell it.
Yeah, he just said, Jesus said, I'm the good shepherd, and he talked about, how he lays his life down, for the sheep. And I want to say maybe, let's see, where is it? It's probably in Luke. That's where it is. In Luke, maybe 15, maybe the 15th chapter, somewhere around the 4th verse or whatever. It talks about how it talks about a lost sheep, or it just, he just ministered to me about where he's saying, if I've got 100 sheep, my flock is 100 strong, and one of them, kind of gets left behind or kind of strays off, or, gets hung up in something, how a good shepherd, will leave that 99 that's doing okay right here and go after the one that's, in trouble. The good shepherd will.
Okay.
A good one.
A good one will. Yeah.
A good shepherd will, go and see about that sheep that's having some trouble, that's in trouble, or that's, got some issues or something. He'll go after it. And then what was so funny with that scripture, and I say funny because, it's just,
that's how God talks to you. It's fine.
Yes, yes. It was so funny. It said the good shepherd, he'll lay his life down for the sheep. If he's got 100 and one of them kind of gets messed up, jacked up, or whatever, the 99, they're okay right here. But let me, the point, I think he didn't send anybody else. He went after, that one that was having some issues, or that one that was in trouble, to restore them, or restore that person, that sheep, whatever, and get them back. And it was, to me, it just was kind of a picture of restoration in a sense, because when he went and got them and seen about them and brought them back, or did whatever he had to do for him, the scripture say he called his friends and his neighbors to rejoice. I'm glad, I got this taken care of, and I love this person enough, to see about them, to go after them, and to get them, back where they needed to be, or to get them back in the fold. But you don't always see that, you don't see a lot of people in leadership, or folks really expressing, real genuine love and concern for people. They'll say that they love people, but ultimately they love themselves, and they love what people can do for them, or whatever.
Or whoever's sent the most money.
Huh?
They'll cater to whoever sent the most money.
Oh dear God. Or whoever can do the most for them.
Whoever can do the most for them.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just,
and that's not everybody, because I do, my former pastor, and I hate to call him my former pastor because he's such a good man. I love him so much. He's ministered to my mom, my mom's pastor, and my sister's pastor. But this man will go see everybody. I mean, if somebody is sick, the sick and shut in, I mean, he goes and visits, does all the hospital visits, and take people communion, all this stuff, and you be like, wow.
Right.
Sam called me. He was like, Mom, I know this all subject. He was like, Mom, can you call Pastor Johnson and see if he'll marry? And when I called him, he said, yes, I'd be glad to. He's gonna go all the way to Ohio.
Okay. Wow.
To make sure,
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. But that's what they do.
Yeah.
That's what they're supposed to do.
A good shepherd. Jesus was the example. And once you read the word and you see, how Jesus treated people and how he handled different situations and stuff like that. It just, it helps you to know, how things should be.
Mhm.
And it'll certainly let you know when you've been, deceived and you've been used or you've been mishandled or you've been duped or you've been lied to, different
Mhm.
things.